Very agitated mind of having put up some 18, 19 years in banking at a very senior level. I wanted to make a change because of some issues which I was feeling at my family. I had to move out from that particular job. I came to you, if you remember, very agitated on that day. I came with the offer letter also. So if you see, there are two kinds of people. One is a person who studies hard, writes the exam and passes. And second person is, he gets a paper, he writes it and passes. I'm the second person. I had the offer letter in my hand. At that time, I went to Venkat and asked him. I used to call him Venkat. Probably we are the same age. So though I'm of same age, I'm still a toddler in this and BA because it's been just 2 years and 6 months hardly in this role of a BA. So I went to him and asked him. I spent almost half an hour with him, ate his brain on that day. I actually chewed his brain, rather ate. I asked him different questions. How will this be? Where will I lead after this? Then he told me you can lead you can move a lot. I showed him the offer letter also. Then he said the pay packet what you're getting is fairly good for a person who's changing a career. And then I decided to move. And how do I move? The thing is, when you buy a house, you decide upon buying a house. But where to buy, how to buy, you need a consultant for that, right? Similar thing is a COPD. So how we wanted to do a course in BA, we wanted to get in as a BA, but how to behave as a BA, how to use the jargon, how to use the words, and I don't know the T of technology. I don't know the S of the software. Even if you ask me after 2.5 years working with the software services private limited, I don't know S of it. You ask me on the domain part, yes, I can speak for hours on that. Because 18 years I've worked in hardcore collections, credit, sales, marketing, branch banking of a bank. So on in and out of a bank. From top to bottom and everything what happens in a bank. I can speak for us, but when I come to a technical or a software, I'm a big zero. That's the biggest thing which I had, he cleared that. Don't worry, there are two types of business analysts. One is IT, the other is tech functional. So you can move ahead as the functional business analyst. And I took it up. I took up the challenge. And fortunately, the first interview which I faced, the client interview I faced was a failure. That really pepped me up. I said, boss, after putting 18 years, how can somebody say no to me? And that too from a banker who was relatively much more inexperienced than me. So that pepped me up. I said, boss, now let's come to the reality world. I'm only a toddler. So then I started my journey again. I've had the cards. Thank you, sir. That cards really helped me. Even though whenever I go into a meeting, I don't do anything. I'll only pick up some words. Mind you, I'll only use those words. I don't do anything else. I'll just pick up one or two cards, see those keywords, something like brick-on gathering or something, solution analysis, whatever Tom, Dick and Harry is written there. I just pick up them. Somewhere or the other, I'll just fit in those things. Like a kid, he just knows only about cow. He has gone to this is a thing which is told me, I remember that. He has gone to an exam, he doesn't know anything about anything apart from the cow. But the thing it comes is rain. So he said that I was walking on a road, rain started, I saw a cow. The rain fell on the cow was getting drenched. That's it, rain wrote and came out. So my situation is same thing. Only one or two words I pick it up from that. If I'm going into some meeting or something, I'll see that I use those words there. And I'll use it, whatever it is, bravely. Even if I'm lying it, your statements are light, straight, into the eyes. Don't fret. Please don't fret. And options for business analysts, there are a lot of options. The world is moving ahead. A business analyst, as I learned it, is a catalyst. Now I see in my organization itself, the multiple roles which have been assigned to me. I'm handling two departments in a bank, the rural banking and the business banking. Two important departments of the bank I'm handling. Apart from that, I also handle the complete team of it. So a BA handling a team, also almost as a project manager, because the entire I don't do any of the mind you nothing of the S and T. Sorry, that's not my cup of soup. So S and T is out of the question. So apart from it, meeting people, discussing with people, and trying to get the things by talking to them. That's it. My job is only that. I only learned that much, and I learned in my experience, not from him. He has told me lot many things which are still lowering somewhere here. They are yet to go inside. Sorry, sir, don't mind. because I didn't study. I'm one of the worst students you might ever faced. I was the naughtiest also, if you remember. I was always at the back and shouting and making a noise at your questions and everything, passing jokes on you also. So I didn't complete any of the questions. He knows it. None of the internships I completed. I took the certificate, kept it in my bag. I said, boss, I understood some words. Let me experiment it now. कूद जाओ, देखेंगे क्या होता है. So कूद गया, enjoy कर रहा हूँ. So don't take things as light as me, please. I'm a different kind of a person. So you are much more younger to me. Most of you are much more younger to me. Take it the way it is. Please complete your internships, your courses, your subjects, your questions, whatever it is. Don't be like me. Otherwise, every day you have to search for 2 words and then start thinking how to use these words there. Like masala of anything. So, I'm a person I live the way I like it. So, that is the only thing that has allowed me to change my profession from a very successful profession in banking to IT side. I'm a non-IT person completely, but this has given me an option to understand what the role of it is and to at least give me the confidence, yes, I can do it. So here I am. Thank you very much, sir, for that 8 days. 1st Jan 2020 was our first session, and 20th February was our last session. I remember the dates. And 20th February, yeah. After that, I did come to the institute a couple of times only to give the answer paper and all, but all the answer papers were rejected by the team because there's nothing. As my speech is, everything was Rajnikant and Chiranjeevi there. Okay, chalo, have a good day. Enjoy yourselves, but don't follow me, please. Please unfollow me in your LinkedIn words.
I have a small question for you, sir.
Go ahead.
Now that you have 19 years of non-BA experience, how was the journey from 19 years, 2 years BA? How was that, How
See,
did
it was like I was never like this for 18 years. I was fully tucked with a tie and clean shaven. I never knew any hair which is below this. I was like that for 18 years. After I joined this company, I'm like this. I said to hell with everything. Leave. Only jeans. I don't know when I wore a formal dress last. It's been almost after my last working day. It was on December sometime in Kotak. After that, I have not wore a formal dress. I was only wearing jeans, t-shirts, and slack like this. I'm like this. So probably this could be one of the reasons. But yeah, how this changed? It took me some time. It really took me some time. The reason is, dress is not the only thing. You need to work with people who are half of your experience there. I was working with people who had just come out of the college. I was working with people who are hardly around 5-10 years experience. But I had to learn from them. It took me some time to tell boss, now this is a different world. Let's step aside the 18 years aside and then think that you're a toddler. Think that you have started walking now. So it took me some time. The second interview I cleared and I moved into my project. I can't tell the project name for obvious reasons. I went into that and first they gave me only business banking. I did successfully completed that. I had a team of around 8 people, 8 developers there. I successfully did that, but I got some accolades from the customer also for having done that in record time. So after that, they decided to give me the rural banking as well now. So the entire rural banking, business banking, I handle that. So in that course, somebody told me Scrum Master will help you out. So I did that course, completed it in one go. Somebody asking me, Pranav was asking me, it's a difficult. No, it's not. It's very easy to clear it, but very difficult to execute that role. So.
No, it's not difficult.
She is vouching for it.
I was not in this. Scrum Masters.
And mindset. I had that 18 years mindset, having worked as a DGM in a bank and then coming as an associate level to an IT company. It was very difficult. I had to really 3 letters from my dictionary, EGO, and the 7 letters from my thing I had to imbibe in me, mindset. I had to change my mindset a lot. Then the thing which has helped me is I used to sit with my kids. I also sit with my kids a lot. So when you sit with your kids, my kids were at that point in time was what, 13 and 11, 13 years and 11 years. So when you sit with them, if you want them to understand what you want them to understand, you'll have to go to their level. You can't expect them to come to your level. So that made me understand that when I'm speaking to my developers, probably I'll have to speak in that level itself. When I have to go to that level. Even the client, people at the client side were hardly 4 or 5 years experience. All are from that premier institutes, and they just came. If I start speaking about banking, they'll not be able to answer me. I know that. But they dominate and they say so much that, are you not sure about this? Was technical and software? I don't know. You need to explain, you need to clear the expectations, set your expectations clear. You cannot ask Abhishek Sharma to go and bowl a pace bowling, and at the same time, you can't ask Bhuvneshwar Kumar to open the batting. So you need to set the expectations right. Sorry, I'm a cricket buff, and that is SRH fan. Was serious SRH fan. So you need to clear your expectations very clear that T and S, not my cup of soup. Anything on this functional, come. Project handling, team management, communication, everything was my cup of soup. So I tried to play the game or tried to play the balls which were coming in that particular region itself. As a batsman, what you'll do? Your strength is on offside or leg side. You decide that. And the pitch, where is the wind going and the ground, you'll see that. And then you'll play according, right? So that's what I'm playing. My focus is only on the functional side, communication, team management. Only these 3 areas. Baki ka jo bhi aata hai, well left. भाई ब्रेकली अच्छो चल तू ब्रेकली हो मार्शल हो मेरे को क्या चल निकल the keeper is there to catch the ball. Okay, so that is it. Please don't follow me. If you have to be successful in your careers, be studious. I'm a very unstudious and very naughty fellow. Thank you. Good day. Thank you, sir.